Here's how to cut in. Middle part.
Hey, Middle Rain. And welcome back to the channel. How have you been today? Got a headache. You got any peppermint? Hey, thanks, Midnight Blue. I appreciate that. Oh, great. You're going to get a bonus. That's so awesome. Hey, Midnight Blue. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house, in a creepy graveyard, from a haunted chick like me with really disgustingly cute dogs. Tonight's special is the buy one, get one free. That means that any tarot card reading you purchase, it's buy one, get one free. So if you get the $6 taco box, the 11/11 love reading, the $20 past, plus the future, the $30 general reading, every reading is buy one, get one free. If you can't do the free reading after we do your paid reading, you can always come back. I'll note your name, the time you got your reading, which reading you got. You can come cash that back in at any time at your convenience. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat. +20 likes, we'll do the Spirit Box Q&A. You can ask up to 3 questions in your reading. You'll get 1+ minute, 1+ card for every $1 that you spend. Hey Molly, how are you doing, sweetheart? I do not do yes or no questions anymore. But if you come back on Black Friday, I will be doing a lot of fun things on Black Friday. And for Thanksgiving as well. So make sure you come by on Thanksgiving Eve, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. But no, dear, I do not do the yes or no questions anymore. If you would like to know what Spirit needs you to know right now, you can get a $5 reading where it's not you necessarily asking a question, but it's me telling you and channeling Spirit in regards to what you need to know right now. If you'd like to get a reading where you can ask a question at $6, you can ask up to 3 questions. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat, and it's buy one, get one free. If you're desperately wanting to know if it's a yes or no, I think you already know. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Don't doubt what you're feeling about it. I'm going to put some things in the chat. Hey, Pammy, how are you, sweetheart? I'm going to put some things in the chat, and then I am going to do the collective message. Spirit message, see what kind of messages Spirit has for us tonight. It's so good to see you back, Pammy. Meryl should be around in about an hour. We've been thinking of you, and I'm so glad that you're home and you're here and you're doing better. 2 days in a row, a headache. Oh my goodness. Let me get the chat up in a different window so I can see it. 1 second.
Imagine being able to build an app.
Yeah, Midnight Blue, everything that I have available is there under the description. I'm just going to put a few things in the chat, and then I'm actually going to do a free collective spirit message to see what kind of message the spirit has for us tonight. 20 plus likes, we will do the Spirit Box Q&A. We will watch an old horror flick tonight. I'm just not sure at what point. If anybody would like to get a paid reading, it would be a good time to pay for your paid reading now, so we can get that taken care of. Oh yeah, you can pay me to be out on Black Friday. Hell no. I'd rather eat dirt. Dirt just seems tastier compared to actually going anywhere on Black Friday, or going anywhere really. I think that I've been out on Black Friday once, but it was like just to, like, you know, go put some gas in the car and run an errand real quick. Wasn't like to shop or anything. Not really much of a shopper anyways. Is that bad? Like, is it bad? Because, like, I feel like shouldn't I be more excited about shopping? I know so many friends of mine who are excited about shopping. I wish I could be more excited about shopping. But have you been out on Black Friday to shop, work? What metal ring? I don't think I've ever been out on Black Friday to shop. Just to work or on an errand, and it looks pretty crazy. And I've seen some of the terrible things that people do to each other on Black Friday. Has anybody who like does Black Friday regularly ever, have they experienced it like being more chill since like COVID has happened and been over and said and done? You worked Black Friday at Macy's? Yeah, that just sounds absolutely batshit crazy. In fact, that may have been the one time that I was out after Thanksgiving. Mom and I went to the Macy's in downtown Atlanta when it was still open because I wanted that Chanel nail polish. That Vamp Chanel nail polish that looks like the color of this wine. It's not black, but it's not red either. Oh yeah, that's a good one, Molly, to add that word. I hate to have to take that word and can it, you know? But yeah, I'm adding that to the word list. Well, sadly, there's no more Macy's in downtown Atlanta. I wish there was, though. Yeah, the location in Atlanta was pretty historical as well. I mean, it's Atlanta. And at that time, Atlanta also had a red light district. So at that time when Macy's was popular, you know, you could, you know, they still had that red light district merging into that high society kind of wealthier shopping kind of attractions in downtown. And, you know, this is a time when people still went out and went shopping at multiple different types of stores, different stores to find different types of items instead of, you know, the kind of stores we have now, which are more, you know, you can go to a market and you can buy, you know, a hamburger and or you can buy a diamond ring. But there was a time in Atlanta, you know, when Macy's was first open, that it, you know, you could see girls dancing from cages that hung from like the buildings in downtown Atlanta. Of course, it's not like that in 2025, but there were times when it was like that in 1925. Can you imagine? Is anybody gonna watch the Thanksgiving Day parade? Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade? I always like to watch it. And bake fresh pastries on Thanksgiving morning. And like cook dinner really early in the morning. So that we can eat before sunset. Not really sure what these cards are telling me, but I'm going to look at the pictures and figure it out. Calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides in regards to a collective message. For anyone who may be in the chat or anyone who may watch the replay or join us later or watch this at another time. Really? That is kind of sad to think of Macy's anywhere on the same scale as Sears. Like, Sears is like, it's like one step up from Walmart. I mean, yeah, I wasn't aware that Macy's sold tools or appliances either. But maybe some of them do. I've only ever bought makeup from Macy's. I've never bought clothes from Macy's. I've bought like clothes from Macy's like vintage outlet. So when I lived in Florida, in Tampa, they had an outlet where like anything that the fashion designers maybe made as seconds that didn't sell, they weren't like perfect. They were just seconds or thirds that maybe were kind of imperfect and or used as extras for the runway. Or maybe they didn't sell, so they would send them to this like Macy's outlet in Tampa, Florida, and they had several Macy's outlets, not just the one in Tampa, but that's about the only Macy's I ever shopped at. I never like, oh, well, in that time that I told you we went to the Macy's in downtown Atlanta, so I could buy that Chanel Vamp nail polish. Okay, let's see what these fairy cards have to say. I think I've gone to Macy's to buy like the makeup that I like, which is Dior. I like Dior's Air Flash foundation, which is like a spray-on foundation. I like Lancome's mascara. So I would go there like once a season just to re-up on my makeup. There's a lot of creative ideas that maybe many of you and your friends have had, or maybe you've had for you and your friends that you would like to give birth to and share with them. Spirit saying, you know, move forward in some of these ideas of giving birth to these creative ideas that you have. Share in this kind of joy and creativity with your friends who will allow you to share that kind of joy. There might be things that might be putting things on pause, like certain limiting beliefs and circumstances that might fill you like more with fear, that might feel like someone might make fun of some of the ideas that you have, or some of the creative ideas that you'd like to try out. But once again, those are just goblins. Those are just things that, you know, you can turn things around. It doesn't always have to be so dark. It doesn't have to rain all the time. You know, just keep talking about the things that you'd like to enlighten in your life. Try not to worry too much about what other people will think or say that might be scary. Just try to focus more on what it is that brings you joy in that creative process. There's a lot of people that are thinking about you. A lot of people who might be thinking about the next great thing to know or do or reach out about, or, you know, create together or experience together, friends, family, especially during this time of year. JCPenney's is Macy's for poor folks. I think there's still one JCPenney's here in Atlanta, but it's like south of downtown. Is it even still open? Have I been to Nordstrom's or Dillard's only to purchase a few different facial masks because sometimes maybe the company that I would buy my facial wash from or facial scrub or some skincare product, like they'd be out on their website, so I would go to like Nordstrom or Dillard's to buy it. Back to the free collective message. You might be feeling like there's some things that might be feeling a little bit of a drag in your life. It could be your job, your financial situation, your relationship, wanting to be with a partnership. Maybe you're a little depressed about the way the world looks, but there is so much more than these goblins that, you know, are pulling you back from having the experiences in life that are far more beautiful and bright than the darkness that maybe you might be experiencing, fearing, creating, recreating, rinse, repeat, recycle in your life. Like maybe there's been people that you've met who, you know, they're different people, but you're having some of the same experiences again and again and again, and that's because of your limiting beliefs and circumstances. You not being able to, how would I put this, like pop the bubble of that you're living in, full of these gray entities, this gray matter. You've got Jenny Green Tea. And her gang over here, the Grim and the Undesirables. So, you know, there's a lot of doom and gloom in those three cards, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way all the time. Like, it doesn't have to rain all the time. There's a whole lot of magic to be experienced at this time of year. Really, there's a whole lot of magic that you could experience every single day of your life. But it's up to you to find that, you know, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Hey, Meryl. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome back to the haunted house. So Spirit's saying, you know, get closer to that, closer to nature if it's possible. I know it's fall and winter and it's cool outside, but if you can stay as close to nature as possible, open a window, look at the moon, gaze at the sky, get some fresh air as much as possible. These kind of moments with nature will inspire that, once again, that creativity. And those more magical and whimsical moments compared to the ghosts and goblins that might be making you fear in your head. So yeah, you turn things around. It doesn't always have to be shadow and fright. It can be love and light too. I noticed that everybody's usernames is very strange today. Like Meryl's is Meryl. Usually Meryl's is just Meryl, and today it's Meryl 2234. And then Ari's is Ari's such a lover girl. And then Molly has some kind of numbers behind hers as well, when usually it's just Molly. Anybody else having this experience? I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides in regards to a collective message, clarification about some of the fairy cards I just read off. Yes, Pam is back, Meryl. Welcome back, Pam. Welcome back. Spirit, what do we need to know from the Power Spirit deck today? Virtue, card number 12. Well, that's just a lovely card. see his channel, Ari? Not much to see. Cute puppy picture. I feel bad for this person's dog. Here's the link to their channel, Ari. Cute little doggy. Hope that whoever owns this dog, that person who owns this dog is the person that the dog thinks they are. Oh, the comment was pretty bad, Ari. You don't want to see it. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't know what else to say. Okay, so we've got the card Virtue here. I've read this card before. I know we've talked about this card. This card is very much about, once again, becoming more aggressively one with the nature. It's very much about finding that virtue within you. I'm excited to read this card. I just need to find a light. It's actually like one of my favorite cards. But I gotta find the phone first. What did I do with the phone? I know I had it here somewhere. No, because I just, I just responded to something Molly said on the phone. I'm alright, the world's all wrong. Okay. Sorry about the delay on the, I'm finishing the, free collective message. I apologize. Thank you for your patience. If anybody has any questions about tarot, love, life, music, virtue is one of the passive qualities of power. When you pull back the bow, preparing to set the arrow and define your target, you use the strength, the will, and the focus that you have collected within that part of yourself called virtue. Virtue is where you find inner truth. It is a place of illumination, and as that radiance grows within you, it becomes integrity. And I find that people use this word integrity loosely. In fact, I work for a company that uses this this word pretty loosely. They don't care about your integrity. They only care about their company's integrity. But they really have no will to protect their employees' integrity. So whether you're, doing the right thing or not in life, could be with friends, it could be with your job, it could be with, family, it could be with your art, your music, the integrity of even just who you are presenting yourself as. Without virtue, there is no inner balance. Virtue comes from the unknown, quiet things that you do for the world and for other people. With each virtuous act, your spirit shield becomes stronger and more beautiful, integrating the symbols of your inner life. However, like the deer, these symbols tread softly. Virtue makes your path on the other side. And like the one who walks last, the virtuous person is in a position of power. Walk in beauty and virtue, and as power often arrives quietly. So walk in beauty and virtue. I've said this often, walk in beauty. I feel like this is definitely a motto in life that I feel deeply about. And, when I'm talking about the walking in beauty, I mean, look at outside your door. Look how beautiful the sky is. Look how beautiful nature is and how beautiful the world is around you. Despite the chaos, despite, what isn't feeling right or whatever, embrace what is beautiful as many times and as much as you can. I'm sorry, what's going on? Yeah, Molly and I are just trying to figure out some things about, like, hidden words, making the chat a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, how, like, I'll be giving a reading and a lot of people will be, talking a lot, and it kind of will, go over the time span that I'm giving the reading, and sometimes I'll lose the questions or the communication with the client. So slow down the chat a little bit, and then Molly's helping me tonight with some keywords that we probably need to put on the hidden word list. If people are being gross and rude, they're obviously not meant to be here, so time them out or hide them. If you feel they need to be timed out, I trust your intuition. If you feel they need to be hidden, I trust your intuition. And I hope the free collective message helps somebody out there. I'm going to go ahead and put a few things in chat. And that way when people come into the chat, they know what's going on. I forgot to put the pinned comment in. Sorry about that, guys and gals. Don't forget to like the live. The more likes, the sooner I'll put on the spirit box, so we can do the spirit box Q&A. Typical, we have 30 likes in 30 minutes. Thanks, COT. I hope so. Hope so. I really, really, really love Fleetwood Mac. There are a couple of cover songs I've done on the channel if you want to check out the StormieBleu music playlist. I covered Dreams Take Two by Fleetwood Mac. Good night, Molly. It was good to see you, sweetheart. I think I've been on about 40 minutes, Meryl. No, you didn't miss anything, Melrin. Do I speak Korean? I can only say kimchi. That's about it for me in Korean. Hey Fiona, how are you, dear? Have I seen Stranger Things? No, I'm sorry, dear. Sometimes I will not immerse myself in artwork that might have somebody associated with a particular work of art that might particularly rub me the wrong way, or might be somebody who might morally and ethically like rub me the wrong way. So I won't really engage in, like, I won't read Vogue magazine anymore because there might be some people who work for Vogue magazine, or you know, this particular fashion designer or that particular fashion designer or that particular musician or artist. I just won't have anything to do with, because there might be somebody associated in that circle or something like that that might like morally, ethically me the wrong way. So something like morally or ethically rubs me the wrong way, I won't watch it or read it or listen to it or look at it just because somebody thinks it's cool. Or even if it might be cool, I'm just like that. I don't know why. So, no, I'm not seeing Stranger Things. I know that sounds weird, but... So, Pam, you said therapy sucks a big weenie? Yeah, I bet. I remember my mom having to go through that. I don't think I've ever seen the movie Elf. Well, it's not that I didn't want to see Elf, it's just I probably didn't have a TV or got too busy with something else. I know that sounds a little bit strange, but... I remember when my mom was like in therapy for like 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. It was a lot. I need a drink. Actually, that is a quote from Pam from True Blood, Fiona. And then she grabs Ginger and has herself a drink. Hey Phoenix, how are you? Hey Money Guru. What is going on with these chat names tonight? Thanks. I like my headband too. Thanks, Fiona. I'm gonna put some rainbows in my hair pretty soon. But I'll probably leave it light like this for a little bit. I just needed to do something different. I was starting to lose my mind, but thanks so much for the compliment, Fiona. I just wanted to do a shag, just something different. Because I am gonna put some rainbows in there soon. Some Thanksgiving rainbows. Hey, Frankendad. Thanks so much, Gray Man. Welcome to the haunted house. How's your day been? Seems like someone's really in the box. So what's everybody doing for this weekend? Anything fun? You have a huge, amazing garden. Hey, thanks so much for your payment, COT. What are your questions, dear? Did you want to actually get a past, present, future reading? Or did you want to ask specific questions? You can ask up to 3 questions. Oh, that's a good idea, Molly. Thanks for sending that as well. I appreciate that. These are all things I'm going to take care of in the very not too distant future. Your kiddo and grandson are coming over for Thanksgiving. That sounds so much fun. I'm so happy for you, Pam. I'm so glad you're going to be home for Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the subscriptions. I appreciate it. So my brother-in-law won a turkey and he's having it sent here to the house, so that'll be super, super helpful. And then in the morning I'm going to go over to the food pantry, and that's really going to help us have a Thanksgiving dinner. It was rare that I've had a chance to have Thanksgiving with my family. So to get the phone call from my sister about the turkey is awesome, because it kind of feels like she brought the turkey over, you know. But we're going to do FaceTime. We're going to FaceTime each other, and hopefully next year we'll have a Thanksgiving or a Christmas, or who knows, maybe she'll come for Christmas this year. That would be so awesome. Or maybe my family will come, other family will come for Christmas or something like that. I know my aunt wants to come by for some cancer research she needs to do, and she also wants to go to that place, Molly, in Houston. Okay, Molly, I'll let you know. sure. Yeah, I'm sure they'll get back to you soon. Did I get 30 total? I got 20. And I had asked you if you wanted to get the past, present, or future reading, or if you just wanted to ask up to 3 questions. Do 20 plus minutes since you spent $20. But I didn't realize that you had sent 30. It only shows 20. I can show you a picture. So sometimes, when you're making a super chat payment or super sticker payment, it will lag out, and you might not be able to complete the payment even if you thought maybe you completed the payment. But here is a picture of it. I'll show you now. So it's the $20 one. Oh, it's still too bright. Maybe you can see it like that. Sorry, it's backwards. It's this orange one right here. Just so you can see that the $20 one did go through. Okay, you'd like to get the past, present, and future reading. Do you have any questions that you want to ask? Or do you want to just know what you need to know? Okay. So go ahead, if you do have questions, you can put them in the chat. If you don't, that's fine too. We'll just see what Spirit needs you to know about right now. Remember that your past is not coming back, and there is no future. There is only now. And your actions and reactions to your thoughts and feelings are a direct result of the reflection back to you regarding your future, which is really only virtually just a moment away. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out the cards for you. Like I said, if you do have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll answer them happily. I'm going to first get some energy in regards to what you need to know about your past, your present, and your future. So I'm calling forth your most trusted and strongest spirit guides in regards to what you need to know right now about your past, your present, and your future. YouTube is doing updates and drinking spiced eggnog. It's probably spiked as well. I think YouTube is drunk tonight. Excuse me.
Some water from there.
Yeah. Here you go, Franken Dad.
Thank you, babe. Give me a little just to have it around.
Okay. Here you go.
How's the film going?
Pretty good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to bed soon. Hey, welcome back, Ari. Okay, Pam, take your time. Oh, really? I'm so glad you got a new place, Ari. Can't wait to hear all about it. You may have been in a fog recently with your love life, with that which you are experiencing in your life. It's not just your love life, but to clarify any love situation, it's been a bit foggy. People may have been a bit immature in the past, but presently, you need to be giving it another try. With opening your heart and your mind to your love story, in your life story. There is very much, in regards to attraction, the things that you're not only attracted to, you know, whether it be stopping to smell the roses or somebody's rose. There are people that are attracted to you that you are attracted to. It could very well possibly be like the next new blossoming thing in your not too distant future. Spirit saying, but you know, with your past, present, and future, you've been probably quite desperate in the past. No more waiting around by the phone for someone to call you. Love is all around you. You don't have to earn it. You are it. The things that didn't serve you in the past, or things that hurt you in the past, it's not coming back. The past is not coming back. Leave it there. But take the wisdom with you that you learned from the things that maybe didn't serve you, or the things that maybe hurt you. Presently, knock knock tick tock, 333 is very special spirit and angel number that Spirit is wanting you to meditate upon regarding your dreams coming true, like the dreams that you have that you aspire to create, or that you aspire to live, experience. You can experience all these things in the now because you are fortunate enough to have something like the internet, YouTube. This card is very much about the World Wide Web, the whole world being at your fingertips with just the click of your phone. So Spirit's saying, you know, if you are feeling a little bit of that energy from your past, you're stuck in a little bit of that desperate energy, start doing some research in regards to what you can do to stay here now with us in creative ways that serve you. You know, whether it be you zoom off to New Zealand to see what kind of place it is, or learn about some exotic animal that's the closest living relative to dinosaurs. But Spirit's saying down in the river, you don't have to, you know, their future doesn't have to be looking like it's sinking all the time. Spirit's saying, you know, to get a little bit closer to nature and to pray to whatever it is that you pray to now, tomorrow, in the future, and every day that you can. You know, there's no more, you know, there's no more slinking away and feeling like you have to be defensive all the time to protect what you have just because people might be jealous of you, or you're worried about people being jealous of you, or you're worried about, because someone is jealous of you here in the Seven of Wands. You're just protecting yourself, defending yourself from those kind of energies and that kind of, you know, vibe. And that Seven of Fire, you know, you're just flying while people are being jealous, and this Page of Cups and immature about it. And, you know, you've had it up to your tits with that kind of shit, but we give no two fucks about people who are jealous about us or want to bring us down. We just go with the flow. We just go with the flow, right? Because look, here you are, carrying that big, beautiful, bright sword, coming through the good times and the bad times. Spirit saying, you know, you were sent here to have fun, like the way the fairies are in the card here. The way they're celebrating it being a lovely day. It doesn't always have to be so difficult. But here you are, overcoming the obstacles that might be feeling a little bit of a stalemate from your past and your present times. It's only feeling like it might be a stalemate right now because, you know, once again, you've got that, you know, we come back to that fog card in the beginning. There's been some fog. But you're not alone with this fog. You can overcome this fog. You know, fear, obligation, guilt. These kind of things make you stay in the fog. So Spirit's asking you in the now to get clarity. What are some things like I've said that you can do to get that clarity? Staying in the flow, going with the flow of things. So I'm going to read the card, the flow, to you now. If you have any questions, I know there's a lot of other people talking during your reading, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. CO2. Or is it COT? I'm not sure what you prefer. I don't even know if you're there, but hopefully you are there. We've got about 7 minutes left for your reading, so if you're there. Okay, so it's Coyote. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read this flow card to you. The flower of your being begins to bloom when you move with the flow of life. This is a process of letting go, moving your consciousness out of the mind into your body, mind, you, or your shaman center, which is an inch or two below your navel. Feel your receptivity as you become still. Watch the waterfall flow as if you were the mountain high above it. Be serene, at ease, in totality within your power. Then let the waterfall of life work for you. Become like a twig carried in its rushing surface. Become one with the water, dissolving the senses of your mind and living totally in the indistinctual nature. Let go and relax into the eternal flow. And you know, it's interesting here because you have 2 waterfalls in your reading, I think. Let me look. 1, 2, is it 3? No, 3 bodies of water. Let me see. 4 bodies of water. You got 3 lakes. What is with all this water? There's so much water. So much emotion in your reading, in you, and in your situation. So you have 1 ocean, 2 oceans, 3 rivers, and 2 waterfalls. Here's both your waterfalls. Very much a message of, you know, sticking with going with the flow. There's no sitting around and waiting for people pleasing or anything that makes you feel desperate, triggered, needy, doubtful. These things don't serve you. So don't hang on to them anymore. It's time to start writing these things down and that trigger you and letting go of them. Your past doesn't serve you. It's not coming back. The only thing that you're supposed to be focusing on in regards to your past is creating and recreating harmonious and happy moments that were nostalgic to you with your friends and your family in the now. Good night, Frank and Dad. Love you. And if you start getting lost in your future, you know, it's going to be so much better for you to stay in the now, because you start getting anxious about the future, you start getting anxious about your past. It just starts to open up a whole can of worms and swallow you whole. So stick up for what you believe in, okay? It's okay to protect what you love and what you dream about and your ambitions and the things that you want to do, especially from jealous people. Make sure you choose your battles wisely, Bourgeois. Okay, you're okay to feel right in your convictions. Of course, you're always right. It's your reality. You're intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. So don't let people who might be jealous of you, get carried away with that. All right. There is a new person coming into your life. Maybe that might, be the seed of jealousy. Something that might begin a new phase of your life in this page of water. And definitely, all this water in your reading is definitely an indication of heightened psychic abilities for you in the now. So to be aware of what you're feeling and try not to be so doubtful of yourself. Okay? If you have any questions about this reading, please feel free to ask. You have about 3 minutes. You know, you attract romantic love and friends and joy, you know, just by enjoying any moment, you know, to its fullest extent, that makes you feel, you know, like, wow, I'm having a moment here where the wind is touching my face and I feel like spirit just touched my face too. Or you hear it, you're hearing the trees talk, you're hearing the wind outside telling you something that you need to know, something that you might feel attracted to. It might be flowers, it could be nature, it could be the change of the season. The spirit's saying, you know, give your relationships, whether it's with family, friends, loved ones, you know, your crush, give it a chance. Give yourself a chance. Even though things may have been a little bit immature. Maybe some people have been immature in the past, but you know, you can change your mind about it. You want an old love story back, you can have it. You want a new love story that you've never had before, it's yours. But start thinking about what you want as if you've already, you know, as if it's already yours. There's no point in letting go of what you want. It's your dream, protect it. And be about it. Because the more that you're about it, the sooner it will transform, and all of it will just, you know, it'll all flow into you in the way it should, and happen in the way that it should, in a way that pleases you, from outer space. I'll be right back. I've been here for about 90 minutes. I just need about 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. So sorry about the longer than 5-minute break. I just had to just take a moment for myself. Thank you everybody so much for the likes and the subscriptions. I appreciate it. If you have any questions about tarot, if you have any questions about music in general, law of attraction, law of assumption, oracle cards, any spiritual questions, please feel free to ask. Of course, any questions that you might want to ask the tarot, those are for paid readings only. Thank you, Coyote. I love your name. Sorry, it's like CO2? It's like is this like C3PO? Maybe I've been watching too much Star Wars lately. My dyslexia is set in there. But thanks so much for your payment for the reading. I appreciate it. If you have any questions about this reading, feel free to ask now or later, or you can always email me at gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. The email is always in the About Me section. I'm just going to put a few things in chat, and then I'm going to do a free collective love message. I'm so glad I could help you. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask. I feel like the overall message in regards to the question where you have all these lakes, rivers, and oceans, and then the 2 waterfalls. And I find that so interesting because I literally have a waterfall in my backyard, just like the card of the girl who had the sword. I mean, you can go back and look on the live. I'm not sure if I have that card with me. Maybe it's right here. I mean, I literally, like, that is literally like my backyard. And I feel like the main message is like, go with the flow, you know, let your, you know, you carry your weather already pretty well, meaning like, you know, you carry your emotions pretty well, you know, but you have to understand that there is a lot of emotion involved in here, and you can harness this power to manifest, you know, the things that you want, the things you desire are already there. They're there in your hand. So be good to yourself with your thoughts. You know, maybe the things that you desire, you haven't seen, but you know, seeing isn't always believing, but believing can definitely lead you to be able to see. Maybe see things that you would not have seen so clearly before. Thanks for letting me know, Coyote. I appreciate that. Keep me updated. I'll be thinking about you. Have my subs to my channel increased? Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked. Maybe I should. Isn't there a place to... I think there's a place where I can look at live subscriptions. I didn't look to see what it was before I logged in tonight. So I'm not certain if anything's changed since the last time I was here. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm just not really sure. It usually tells me at the end of a live how many subscriptions were obtained during the live. And then it will tell me like how many real-time views, you know, what the chat was like in regards to its, like the communication flow and things like that. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate that. I did notice that YouTube has become a lot more friendlier. Thank you, YouTube. I also think there's been a lot of things that have changed about YouTube this year that have made it a little bit easier for, well, let's just say more unique type of demographics to maybe be seen and heard, if that makes any sense. There's probably a lot of, I mean, we already know that there's already a lot of censorship on YouTube, but little do we know or realize that there's definitely, I believe, there are demographic, I think there is some demographic segregation, how about we put it that way. And if you're a little bit too different from what might be normal to YouTube, which is your typical white guy like Mr. Beast, then you might not or may not have in the past been successful with your channel despite maybe how good you were at what you did or how dedicated you were at what you did, unless maybe you had some kind of following from somewhere else. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just telling you like what my experience has been from the last 17 years of being, 17 plus years of being, you know, just some girl on YouTube with no name. You know, but I think more recently YouTube has become more, hey Precious, has become more open to allowing the algorithm to explore more unique and diverse demographics that maybe aren't just your most typical Mr. Beast. Puppy. It's a kind of puppy girl. How you feeling? Are you okay? You okay? Well, Ruby is certainly more than that for sure. She's a double, triple jealous beast. Oh, it's okay. It's alright. It's not always about the ratings. I mean, it's not even a tarot channel. It's just I'm just a musician and artist with some disgustingly cute dogs. And I do the tarot and the live music on the live streamings for fun, mostly. I mean, it is what I do for a living, my music, my art, and my tarot. But, you know, it's really about community for me and having good conversation. And, you know, what can we learn from each other? How can we fill each other with, you know, maybe a little bit of comfort throughout our day, considering how strange and weird the world is and has become, and it's getting weirder and weirder every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just getting so weird. Well, thanks so much for getting a reading. I appreciate that. That was fun to do a reading for somebody tonight. Hey, Cutie Pot Pie. Yeah, anytime, and don't, you know, and don't hesitate to ask questions about tarot or, you know, spirituality, oracle cards. You know, not all topics are taboo here, nor are all topics a topic that have to be paid for to talk about. So, but if you really feel like your message tonight, the most important message is going with the flow with your everyday life, letting that sword and that card with the waterfall, the sword is about your intellect and your mind and your mental wealth and being good to yourself with your thoughts and allowing that new beginning of the healthier, happier, wealthier thoughts, more engaged and immersed in going with the flow of that kind of energy, that kind of vibe, putting kind of behind that past that maybe hurt you. You know, it's not coming back to hurt you. There's nothing bad coming for you either. Of course, unless you give way to allowing others to be feral in your reality. Like, you know, many of us are programmed to believe there's something outside of us to give it to us. It's something more powerful than us, other than this puppy. But you know what I mean? Like, the dog has survival skills. You have survival skills. Everyone in this chat uses them differently, just like these dogs do, or any wild animal, or any person, human, place, thing, whether it's a plant, an animal, a person. I mean, we have certain aspects about surviving that we use that are certain tactics that many of us are also, you know, losing because of how we are programmed in modern day society. It's so easy for us to believe that there's something outside of us to give it to us, but really it's just, you know, right there in our hands what matters and what counts the most. Does their eyeball taste good? Yeah? It's okay to be hard on yourself. Sometimes you have to be. I mean, I can relate to that, especially with like the dedication, the determination, the discipline I put into my music and my art and what I do. I've just learned that, you know, if I'm too hard on myself, I'm not going to ever get the sleep I need. But it's okay. You know, you're going to be hardest on yourself than anyone else really would be anyway. So, and when you start to feel like, when you start to feel overwhelmed about being too hard on yourself, like that's when you know it's time to stop. So I used to really get lost in being too hard on myself if I was making a music video. Okay, because it's pretty much just me. Doing all the creative direction and the filming and the scripting and the editing and the singing and the mastering and the musician and the music and it can be quite overwhelming having 20 parts to play and 10 impossible things to do before breakfast just to record one fucking song, pardon my French, or even make a music video for it. So after I got in a car accident, my best friend Melanie, who's passed away now, she kind of just challenged me to kind of get over myself in that aspect, like with what you just said, like being really hard on yourself. Because she's like, weren't you like making some music video or something like that for one of your songs that you put out as a single, one of your originals? I'm like, yeah, but I felt like I was just too fat. So nobody wants to see a fat hologram. So I totally trashed the video. She's like, well, how about you just make a video without being too hard on yourself? Because it had been about 6 months since the accident and I hadn't done anything creative but work like just from bed on like, you know, tracks that needed to be finished. But I hadn't actually made a video for the channel in a really long time because of the accident. So I was like, fuck it. Even if I have to like hang out on crutches, I'm making this music video. It took me about 2 weeks. And I'm glad that it didn't take me 6 weeks, because like 6 weeks later she died of COVID. She was like one of the first women in New England to die of COVID. Well, it caused her to have a brain aneurysm. So she really had a brain aneurysm, but you know, it's still due to COVID and some of the unknown things about COVID that probably could have been prevented had people known more about it. Well, yeah, that's what my friend Melanie was saying, Dreams, is that, you know, only you're going to know it's not perfect. Everybody else isn't going to know. So it took me a long time to not be so hard on myself because maybe I forgot a lyric or a word or a chorus when I was doing a live music show. Or, you know, maybe I wanted to post a video that day and it just didn't look right, so I never posted it at all. Or I posted it, but I never shared it. Like it never went public. Here you go, run away. Well, anyways. TV ads to you. Oh, well, I know I'm not fat, but at that time, you know, I had, you know, different thoughts about myself. And I will have to say I was a lot heavier than I am now. I was probably, I'd have to say that maybe in 2018, 19, I was probably more like 210, 225. I'm 5'4". Now I'm 180. So that's a big difference. That's like 30, 40 pounds weight loss. So actually I want to lose more. Look at this hilarious comment. record it. Because it's so fucking rude. I'll never understand, like what's the point of logging into YouTube and what is the point of logging in online and wanting to hurt people? I'll never get that. All right, I'm gonna get the batteries for the spirit box. Hey, I'm back.
Bluetooth already open. Waiting for Bluetooth connection. Now in SB7 mode. Maximum volume.
Are there any spirits here that want to chat with us tonight? If there's any good spirits that want to come forth and chat with us tonight, please tell us if you're here with us. Are there any spirits who are with us now? Can you tell me your name? So we have come here tonight to speak with you. We come in respect, and we come here to remember you. Hey now. Is that your name? Is your name William? My name is Stormy. Did it just say Storm? Does it say Stormer? Yeah, that's me. Spirit, you want to talk about it? Sit. Spirit, what's your name? You said your name is William? Are you a happy spirit, William? Can you hear my voice? Are there any spirits that can hear my voice? Spirit, are you here with us now? Are you here with us now? If you're here with us now, can you touch the REM pod? Wow. He hasn't done that in a long time. Crunk. Are you Crunk, Spirit? Can you tell me your name? Or how many spirits are with us now? How many spirits are with us now? Have you been here before with us? If anybody has any questions for the spirit box, please feel free to put the questions in the chat. Spirit, if you can see me, can you show me that you can see me, or tell me that you can see me? Truth? Can you hear my voice, Spirit? Can you, yeah, can you read the chat? Spirit, were you once a living being? Spirit, where are you? Do you know where you are? Spirit, do you know where you are? Are you here with us? Are you here with us, Spirit? Can you tell me where you are? Are you a happy spirit? Is it dark there, Spirit? Is it nighttime there, Spirit? Day? It's daytime there, Spirit? Is it always daytime there? How many spirits are dark? Is it dark there? So it's dark for some of you? Can you see? Or is it just your consciousness? Can you see? You got your rental car? Do you have headlights? So what's it like where you are? If anybody wants to get a paid reading, the time would be now. So I'm going to be ending the live soon. If you have any questions for the spirit box or the REM pod, please feel free to ask. Did the spirit box just say what? Spirit box, oh spirit box, what are you bringing me for Christmas? Spirit, do you know what year it is? Spirit, do you know what year it is? Is that your name? Are you looking for Nicole? Nicole's not here with us right now, but if you have a message for Nicole, I can give it to her. Is her name Zane? Did I just say Zane? Do you have a message for Nicole, Spirit? What would you like me to tell Nicole for you? Spirit, do you know what year it is? What year is it, Spirit, where you are? Is it always this cloudy, Spirit? Is it always this fuzzing for you in the fog? You have hope, Spirit? Spirit, do you always feel as if you are in a dark place? Yes, you.
I just defense.
So these are facts. Okay. So your description of the other side is dark. All right then. I'm going to go ahead and do a free collective message before I log out for the evening. I just want to say thank you everyone who came by to hang out with me. Anyone who subscribed, liked the live. Thank you so much, moderators, for helping out tonight. As Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective in regards to what do we need to know right now? What is the best advice you can give us for this weekend? Spirit, tonight, today, this afternoon, this evening, this morning, from this liminal space deck. Oh, I just love these cards. So be groovy or leave, man. That's the #1 channel of the. This is the #1 rule of this channel. Be groovy or leave, man. Come back when you feel better. Okay. Body scan. Anytime I pick up this card from this deck, I feel like it's saying, you know, this weekend is a great time for everyone to kind of do a body scan. How are you feeling about yourself? What's going on with your self-confidence? How are you spiritually, physically, mentally? Yeah, so do a body scan this weekend. Check yourself. And then there's this beautiful Eureka card. Find yourself in this Eureka. I think I'm going to go listen to this. I'm going to go listen to this song by the band Bernie because I love that band. And I think that it's a sign for me from Spirit to go and enjoy listening to some of the songs from that record. Anyways, thank you guys everyone for coming by tonight. It's your Eureka to find this weekend. You know, whether you're listening to the Eagles or you're listening to Youngblood, Ozzy Osbourne, or The Cure. Keep me updated about how y'all are doing. I'll be back tomorrow night.
What he would
yeah, you might find a lot of options, Ecuador, on YouTube by just Googling the question you just asked me. So be good to yourself with your thoughts. That's a good place to start. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thank you, spirits, for coming by and chatting with us. I'm going to go ahead and turn the spirit box off now and turn off the REM pod because I don't like to turn the live off and then have to kind of face these things alone. It's a little bit too weird for me. So yeah, good night everybody. Be good to yourself for your thoughts. Sweet dreams. Kalanikta. Music is sacred and no prison will hold this movement down. Good night.